Princess Anne has been tipped for a major role amid mounting fears over the Queen's health. Writing on Twitter, royal commentator Phil Dampier said that Anne should be made a Counsellor of State immediately. Counsellors of State are authorized to carry out most of the official duties of the sovereign, for example, attending Privy Council meetings, signing routine documents and receiving the credentials of new ambassadors to the United Kingdom. The role of Counsellor of State is automatically assigned to the sovereign's spouse and the next 4 people in the line of succession over the age of 21. This means that the current Counsellors of State are Prince Charles, Prince William, Prince Harry, and Prince Andrew. But both Andrew and Harry no longer undertake official royal duties. Andrew stepped back from royal duties in November 2019, saying the Jeffrey Epstein scandal had become a major disruption to the royal family. Harry stepped back from his role as a senior member of the royal family in early 2020 when he moved to the United States with Meghan Markle. The call for Princess Anne to be promoted to Counsellor of State comes after the Queen was forced to cancel her appearance at the state opening of Parliament yesterday as a result of health issues. Prince Charles delivered the Queen's speech on her behalf. He was accompanied by Prince William, who attended the event for the first time. Constitutional expert Bob Morris told the Mirror that it was more likely than not that the arrangements would remain in place for future state openings. Princess Anne, the second child of Queen Elizabeth II, is not included as a Counsellor of State because when the government ended male primogeniture in 2013, the line of succession was not backdated. This puts Princess Anne at 17th in line to the throne, while Princess Charlotte, William's daughter, is 4th. The palace announced that the Queen would not be attending the state opening of Parliament just one day before the ceremony took place. They said she had reluctantly taken the decision as she is still suffering from episodic mobility problems. She has only missed the event twice before. Her spokesperson said, "The Queen continues to experience episodic mobility problems and in consultation with her doctors has reluctantly decided that she will not attend the state opening of Parliament tomorrow." At Her Majesty's request, and with the agreement of the relevant authorities, the Prince of Wales will read the Queen's speech on Her Majesty's behalf, with the Duke of Cambridge also in attendance. The Queen has had to miss a number of events in recent months as a result of health issues. Last October, she was forced to cancel her attendance at the Remembrance Sunday service at the Cenotaph. She also missed the Easter Sunday service at St. George's Chapel in the grounds of Windsor Castle. Queen Elizabeth has to stand back and let them get on when she doesn't agree with her Prime Minister's plans. The 96-year-old monarch's daughter, Princess Anne, has acknowledged the extraordinary perspective her mother has after years on the throne meeting officials from all over the world, but she's learned from the Queen it is usually best to value people individually while also being aware of how they could have handled situations in a different way. She said, "When you tot up the number of leaders of countries and her own prime ministers, that's a quite extraordinary perspective. Her memories and understanding of each of those was they reached that point and the impact they could make, but equally having the ability to recognize that every individual could do it slightly differently. That may be part of the value. We're not all the same." Asked what she's learned from her mother, she added, "Maybe it is that style in the long term and the way you do things, remaining constant. I think it's the way you treat people, with respect for individuals. When you've been around for long enough and people keep changing at the top of your organizations, if you've had a good relationship, a bit like prime ministers, you need to accept the next one because that isn't necessarily the only way of doing anything. There are moments when you think, are you sure that's what you ought to be doing? But you have to stand back and let them get on." And also praised the real impact her father, the Duke of Edinburgh, who died in April 2021 aged 99, was able to have over the years. She told Australian Woman's Weekly magazine, "Unwavering support is probably the best way of describing it." Unwavering support.